I'm expecting everything to work out just fine.
We're standing in the room with that big blue glowing plinth or whatever it is.
You guys had a lengthy discussion in character. What was Jake really going to do? Analyze the ether, and he was going to use that as a means of direction, tracking, telling, identified doors, portals.
What?
Right? He broke out his chemistry set, his magic tea set.
He thinks this place is like a conduit for energies for portals and stuff, doesn't he, or something along those lines?
Yes, yes. So he's trying to understand how they work. He's hoping that if he can identify the some of the chemical components that make up this ether, he may be able to figure out more about it.
How it works.
Yep, how it works.
I do remember him saying that particular one felt in that room was like it goes back to Rom'Myr. That was what he was feeling, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yes, and he identified that by pairing the energy off of the blue plinth to the Rom'Myrians' transarcana contamination. It's a match. Those guys, Toth, Kree, and Veridel came. They got the transarcana stank,
Hmm.
and he can waft it and get it from here.
Stank. Watch out for the stank.
So he said with 70% probability, he can 70% sure that he's 100% correct that goes to Rum.
Well, what's your take on taking a little trip back to Rom'Myr, dudes?
It's not going to be a trip back, is it? It's going to be a trip for you.
Right.
No, I wandered
A
it
trip,
for
period.
decades in my fugue state.
Rom'Myr has got a lot of history to wander through. It's in its last dying days. Life as a planet. Okay, now you guys are saved from foolishness and lack of direction. Party's
my
coming apart. As soon as you're not here, it's herding cats.
Already discussing going back to Rom'Myr for some reason.
I have some thoughts, but I'm interested in yours.
Because we could, I think was probably
Yeah.
the crux of it at the moment. There's a potential portal to go back to it.
I was trying to think of what Gabriel, what Kree and Veridel had going on. We still have a vendetta with that guy Gar Hassan. Now that we have a bigger group, we could go back and show him what's up. And there was also like some guy back in Valetair that wanted to know where the Strangled went. And that's what we were pursuing, I think, when we got transported here.
Resmediro de Toxin,
Yeah.
the leader of the Knotsman clan.
What's this guy's name?
Antilex.
Intellects, yeah. If we helped him kind of figure out what the deal was with, the various forces he's looking at down here, maybe it would provide the means to be able to go back and forth.
Well, he pipes up and he goes, "That's my intention with this research, to be able to do so, because right now it's all just a wild card, right?"
All right, I just want to say Lumen's just sort of hanging out next to the wall saying, there is more filth to destroy in this unholy place. I'll gladly follow you to the depths of hell to convert the unconverted to the hand. But in this place now, I feel the lust for death.
It does. The stank of death is strong in the basement.
There are some other directions to check out.
I mean, he's gonna take a while for him to do his thing. We can run around and check those other.
Yeah, I think we need to do a thorough recon on this level before we really go anywhere else. Whereabouts were the door portals? They were on the next level up, weren't they?
There's magical doors on both levels. The only ones you've been through on the lower levels, and those just popped you to a different magic door in the lower level. They didn't take you anywhere outside the palace.
Yeah.
When you reach the second level, you eschewed experimenting with those doors.
We did. There was good reasons for that.
And when the Chaos Conclave broke up, it was apparent that different alien factions used those doors to go back to wherever they came from, in general. But you don't know who went where or what. You don't have any details because you were fighting for your lives.
Well, there's a place on the first floor, the door that goes south, and open on the main map. There's an arch. There's a door to the south.
And there's steps leading down in that passageway up as well.
Which one are you talking about?
The only one you guys haven't explored, as far as I can tell.
This one.
And we haven't gone up here either. And then there's a couple of doors with people. I thought they were talking or something. There is a portal that I remember. This is my symbol for portal, or like brick walls that you can walk through. I don't know if it's really a portal, but we didn't mess with it. But I want to know a little bit about what's happening down here just before we wander off. Anselex is he like a kid trying to shop or whatever he is?
Yeah, he's totally absorbed. I made a point. It's known that he's been sleeping with the Marquis's wife, and the Marquis's wife is locked up for murder, and he doesn't seem to be concerned about it at all. Like, it's not on his mind. He's totally enraptured in his work.
Okay.
He's writing furious notes. And he has 3 vials with that liquid. They're glass, and they got a stopper. And he says, if you go through any portals, would you mind just uncapping it, capturing some of, the ether in the air there, and cap it back up so when I see you, I can identify it? Chemical signature. Just in case you find yourself on the other side of reality. It's a rare occurrence. Don't get this that often.
Yeah, I'm going to do one of those things where like people are hanging out at a dinner table in a restaurant and somebody gets up and just walks toward the door and says, "Hey guys, I'll see you later." And then the whole crew would get up and they would all start doing something. So I'm just going to make like I'm going towards a door and say, "Hey guys, let's check this out." Head back toward where we came in, that main big cavern. Yeah.
It's very damp.
You guys want to just do a little recon before we go upstairs?
So where do you want to go? Do you want to go down to the south, down the other steps?
I just wanted to go and just do a thorough little, like there's somebody like a dead mummy in this room. We didn't actually check out the other door. Take a drop down the steps, just gingerly, quietly. Just sort of scope it out.
Yeah, we're not going to stay while this guy do his experiments.
We're not going to split the party, though, are we?
I mean, Inselex is in that blue room, right?
Yep.
Just hanging out. We'll close the door behind him. Keep him nice and safe.
He goes, could you just keep that open? Fumes and stuff, we got to have some ventilation. just in case, just a precautionary measure. And Osa says, I'm going to wait outside here in the room, Jankula, while you work. If you need me, let me know. In those natural caverns.
Well, let's just edge down to the south and see what we find. There's a little stairwell, right?
Yeah, it's natural. Crudely carved, crudely worn in. But descends, brings you another 15 feet down. It continues. It's long. It narrows to a peak. It's not that high. I guess we'll say it's only like 7 feet high before it joins. And it just heads south as far as your lights can show, 40 feet.
So it was going southwest, but now it's south? Or
Yes, yep, exactly. It is going hard south.
I don't have a torch or anything, so I'm just sort of hanging out, peering into the darkness.
I follow with my lamp.
Besides rocks and mud and moss, there's none of that purple fungi down here.
So what do we see when we come down? We're just sort of edging down into this thing.
60 feet till it comes to that opening, but it's a natural cavern, a grotto. Your light reflects off on the west wall. There's a stone statue. The details are worn. It appears to be a hooded figure holding a sai and an hourglass.
What's it made out of?
Bronze. And that's when dark shadows writhe out from the shadows as if they were shadows themselves. And I rolled surprise, and you are surprised, Lumen. One attacks you, and the other rushes out to, what do we have? 1, 2, 3 of you. Cree. One launches itself at Cree, and the other at Randall. Randall, you are attacked.
I got a 13.
And 16 against Cree.
That's a hit.
You take...
What kind of things are they?
They look like shadows. Physical shadows.
Human-like shadows?
No. They appear to be without any detail. They look cat-like, like a mountain cat.
Are there any exits to the door?
The shadows in your face.
Well, I'm just saying, like...
You haven't had a chance to look around. You don't know.
Are there any other doors in this space? Or
not that you've seen.
Okay. Well,
Kree, you took 2 points of damage and you lose 1 point of strength as you feel it enveloping you and draining the life from you. And now we can roll initiative.
Okay.
I just need. Here we go. Okay, Toth is at the top of the order.
Okay. Who's closest? It's going to be Kree, isn't it?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So
You
I'm
know what's
going to
gonna
run
be-
past.
you
Can I?
know-
Can I get to Lumen's attacker and attack in the same round?
Mm-hmm.
That's a miss. Whichever way I put it. Okay. That's a 5, 6, 7 in total. So I think that's definitely a miss.
Mm-hmm. Kree and Randall are attacked again by the shadows. 13, 14, 15.
Now that the paladin is near us,
Yeah, there is that. I'm within 10 feet now.
our AC goes up
2.
by 2. Okay, so now
Yeah,
it's
but
15.
I got a 15, but that still hits Lumen's armor class of 15 for 3 points of damage and 1 point of lost strength drain. As the shadows kind of goes in, now you can see like your veins are turning black.
am I getting an undead feel? Are these feeling like not of this earth? Like dead?
They don't feel undead. Undead has a really moldy cheese feel in the back of your throat.
I kind of like that.
This is the solid, what do they call it? Solid viciousness of the infernal.
Okay, well, do we get a chance? Do I have a chance to vindicate myself here?
You will 17 against Kree.
Yeah.
That's a hit, right?
Yep.
1 point of damage and another point of strength as you can start seeing the veins under your skin turning black. And you're
Get
getting
off
really
me.
cold. And your hands are getting numb and almost as hard to hold your weapon. And now it is Lumen and Veridel.
I'm just swinging with a poleaxe. I'm just going to see if I can make any purchase. And with that swing, that poleaxe has some magical mojo. And I get a 12. That's with the bonuses.
Very good. Just always want to give
Not exactly
give
my
man a
finest
chance.
power.
That's a miss. They got an armor class of 13.
So what is
All
that?
right.
No hit.
Yeah, you rolled a 12. Their armor class is 13. Veridel?
I'm gonna take a gamble that may not pay off. I'm gonna scream out to shutter the lamp and back up. I mean, what shadows exist without light?
Kree? You are the one holding the lantern, are you not?
Yeah. Okay. I blow it out.
And you feel the shadow as if it never existed, as you guys stand there in the utter darkness. You too, Lumen. The
Does that
shadows
cold-
appear no longer to be there or attacking you in the complete darkness, but you're in complete darkness.
You get these strength points back, just out of
So,
curiosity.
no, that
Nope.
take some rest, I guess.
Nope, not at this time. Blackness is still in your veins.
Well thought, Baridel. We can slowly kind of walk back. I mean, the last
Mm-hmm.
who enter go out first.
It's awkward. You slip, you fall at times, but it's not too long before it gets better where you see the purple fungi out of that northern cavern. It's not giving light, but you can see it. So I guess it defines the area ahead of you, which gets you back there safely to that area. You can hear Osa whistling in the room while he's watching Jankula. Make sure nothing happens to him.
You know, it seems like every time we walk into a room, it's just bad things happen.
Wait, you were so enthused to smite evil and explore this place. What's happening?
I say let's go north.
Hmm.
There's ponies and ice cream in this northern passage.
The evil is smiting us instead.
I just love to get a hit on something. I never seem to hit anything.
Yeah, let's go
And we
north.
never actually
That's what
fight
go north.
anything. We always fight things that are weird.
There's something at the end of this passage that does a dog leg to the east and then stops. The fungi is really thick here, so it deadens noise. You're like in a sound studio room.
So it's going north.
It goes north and then east, dog legs to the east, and dead ends.
Yeah.
And then there's Kree and Veridel. You've seen it before. Is strings of wire crisscrossing. So it's very dense in the back. They're very taut. Can almost hear a hum from them, but they're so tightly close together. It's almost making a mirror. Would be the best way to describe it, with lots of straight lines through it, making it really hard to make out details. But what really clues you in that you actually do think you're seeing a view of yourself and Kree and actually Rourke is because you catch a glimpse of a person without an eyeball that kind of
Uh,
cements it for you, and it looks like, as best you can see, that you are looking at you, Kree, Rourke, and Veridel. These images that are hard to make out the details on the individual wires where it's being reflected is
Hmm.
you guys talking and looking and pointing in your direction. And if it's Rourke in the image, it's obviously something from the past.
yeah, that's interesting. I don't think we messed with these things before, did we, Gabriel? On the other side of the other cavern?
Yes. On the other side, you mean in Rom'Myr?
Yeah, I'm making an assumption there, but yeah, like the cavern that we were exploring
Yeah.
when we transported here, I think these things existed, but I don't recall messing with them.
Yeah, you just stood in front of it like now and it
Yeah.
gave a visual inspection. What is obviously unique besides wires is, that's manufactured stuff and they're bolted into the natural cavern. And there's no rhyme or reason. I mean, they go across, but they also go at different angles.
So they're like a solid wall drawing.
On suspended wire stretched between two brackets across the back of the cave.
Wow.
Fills it up so much that like you can't go around behind it. These guys are saying they saw one in the caverns they were in before they got transported to Averone.
So does it look like the cavern goes beyond it, or you
Nope,
just can't
nope.
see?
There's enough light coming off of this in the fungi, and the fungi is really thick back behind it. Like it overgrows and then plops off and rots in the back and filling up because the growth of it is so rapid.
So there's no passage behind it.
Should
None.
we the essence of the air near the wires? I mean, if this is some kind of
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Did Anselix state how much we could actually capture from these bottles, or is it literally just like, oh,
Yeah, each one is for one exposure to something. He calls it a medium. It's the medium that becomes the baseline, and then I'm able to detect foreign substances. So you can't mix samples. Once you test an air thing, cap it and keep it there, and then that's specific to that place, wherever you got it from.
so it means we shouldn't mix samples? Not that we can't. We shouldn't.
Shouldn't. Yes, he recommends. Because he'll get it. He won't be able to get an accurate reading.
Yeah, good call. Craig, do you want to
yeah.
do?
Let's
Have you got one of the bottles? Yeah.
So that just leaves you. Now we know you got 2 bottles that haven't been sampled.
I want a banana now, Randall. Just a minute.
Is he eating breakfast? Yep.
Well,
Bananas are the official fruit of online gaming here in Rom'Myr.
What happens when, from 20 feet away or so, a tiny little pebble, I sort of toss it at this thing?
It pings off. You don't see the wire mover at all, but it does vibrate with a really high sound that is hurtful to everyone's ears.
So I grab up a whole handful of them.
Even with the thick fungi, it's spikes and sharp enough to hurt the ears. Ah, that hurts. And that's to everybody. So your ears are ringing a bit. You won't be able to hear anything for a couple of for a turn, like really well, because you always got this wah, 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 as it slowly fades, as your ears adjust to normal.
We're just going to sit here for 10 minutes and wait for that to go then.
I'm going to grab a handful of pebbles and just see. What do you think? Should we throw more at it?
No. Veridel just turns and goes.
Okay, we're good then.
So I guess
Okay.
that leads us back up the stairs the way you came.
I'm down with that. That sounds good to me.
And when you get to the L that turns and heads back east, there's a door there. I don't know if that got caught, but there's a door there, and by the
In the west wall, like somewhere down there.
it's at the L.
Yeah.
You walk south and then you turn east. That's a door there in that empty space.
It leads to where the shadow beast attacked, so it's in the same. Oh, I see. It's the same direction.
Same direction, so the chances it
So if the L was down there, it's sort of facing in that. Who knows what's behind it? But
Yeah.
okay, yeah. You guys want to go see some shadow beasts again? I'm not into it.
As we go down the corridor, I mean, do we hear those voices? Still hear those voices behind the doors?
yes, you do. And now you hear descriptions of yourselves. And the topic of the discussion is saying who came by last and who was first that walked by. They're like discussing the passing traffic No, first they came down, and it was this, and was the guy in the metal armor, and then on the way back, he was the third one that came in the wall.
This is at the first door, the top door, the north door, or the south door.
It's the first door, the first door.
Any intelligent plays besides, Lumen just standing at the door ready to knock?
You could just like barge into the room and give the answer to the inquiry of who came by last and went in what order.
Why don't you guys hide out and I'll just knock on the door. And, if something happens, you can, pull me out.
Okay, we got stand on the sides.
I'm just going to go.
And the voices cease, the hushed whispering voices cease.
Hello. Hello there. Greetings, voices in the dark. I couldn't help notice that you were talking about us, and I thought maybe we could just set you straight on the whole order of things because you seem to be confused.
In hindsight, lighting the one lantern, going down to the shadows, and like running down this corridor and tossing the lantern into the room would have been a fun play too.
See what their movement rate is. Continue, gentlemen. What do you intend to do?
Well, guess they're not home. You guys want to press the issue?
I mean, if they open, we
could. I don't know. Another game would be like open the door to the north. Like they know we knocked at the other one. We enter through the top door if they might go to the same larger room.
All right. Is that your play? I'm right behind.
I don't know. Just a proposal.
maybe Baridel and I can go to the other door and try to kind of open and sneak.
Yeah, that's a good.
Okay.
Idea.
You'd have to force the door open, but it's not locked.
Which one are we going through? The top or the bottom one? Bottom one, right.
And I are still standing at the door, and Veridel and Kree are at the top door. Is that what we're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're thinking of taking a peek in there to see if it's one big.
Okay, you can knock again. We gonna signal on like 1-3, and you knock harder, and when we barge.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so I'm getting ready to knock, and then I'm just going to open the door.
With a hard shove. It's a large room, but it doesn't connect to the north. Appears to have been a barracks at one time, and there's 6 heads spiked atop a shelf on the far other side of.
Oh,
and their dead bodies appear in chainmail and tabards litter the floor. These heads stare ahead, faces distorted horribly, but they're not animate.
So there's nobody in this room.
That's the north room, right, Jay, or the south?
That's the room that Lumen went into.
Oh,
Whatever
okay.
room that Lumen went into, that's where the 6 heads.
Can I just do a correction? Lumen didn't enter any room. He's just sort of standing out there with Toth.
Okay, so you open up the door, and that's what you see: an old barracks smashed to hell, and 6 heads on the top of a shelf on the other side, the far side of the room.
Are the bodies headless?
Yeah, the bodies.
I'm just gonna go, just sort of look down the hall and give you, the other two a little bit of motion, being like, I don't know what I'm trying to get you to do, but I'm just gonna make some hand gestures. That there's something.
I mean, we were going at the same time, so we opened the other door.
All right, so let's open the other door.
Kree, Veridel, you are greeted with a similar display of once was a barracks, and it's trashed all to hell. But there's an onyx statue of a guard in full armor standing on a pedestal in the southwestern corner of the room.
Is the same armor I fought before, or I ran from?
It looks very similar.
I just hold Vardil. No.
The room is scratched, scarred, and beaten, but still a bit impressive. Onyx circles in front of the statue. There's bedrolls, footlockers scattered. A stone circle, but wide enough for someone to stand on. Tiny ruins and gold trace around it. There's that statue.
Are we going to step into this room then, Lumen, or are we just going to stand in the corridor?
Well, I'm just looking at what are these bodies? Are they in some sort of uniform? Are they, disparately?
Chainmail. They were guards.
Oh, they were guards. They had the same sort of outfit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see, they've got chainmail and tabards on.
The tabards are rotten, and the heraldry. Lumen is. You don't know what house or family, but you know it's centuries ago.
So it's an old family guard, like that kind of deal.
Yep. And which is incongruent with the fact that the bodies seem fresh and are bleeding.
So they're bleeding now.
But they wear tabards and armor that was worn centuries ago.
Does any of those chainmails look like it might fit me? I've got a high
Yeah,
armor.
they're in size, so it's chain mail, so a bit adjustable. So anyone human sized, fine, one of these would fit.
Are they in good shape? I mean, do they look good? Are they like all tattered or?
One's in serviceable shape. The others are unwearable as armor.
Okay.
You shake one of them, and it seems to hold together.
Okay.
It would make a nice, nice chain shirt that goes down mid thigh.
You're getting a very disapproving look, but Toss not saying anything because none of these are actually, sanctified to Dragnathin, so that's fine. You carry on.
Dead leave behind is, another man's treasure. Go ahead. Gabriel,
Are they
start.
technically dead if they're like still bleeding out, even though it's something that's been going on for centuries?
I
So
thought you
this-
said they were dead.
I'm just trying to think of the quietude of the dead. They haven't quite reached a state of quietude. It's a very still, moldering state. It's the corpse pose. These are actively pumping blood out. And they're coming from the heads, too. The heads have it dripping down the shelf.
I'm going to reach out and touch one with the hand of the crater. Just sort of, touch the arm.
It starts with the head starts whispering to you wistfully, but it's not that the mouths are moving, but you can hear it about its past and the loved ones it knew. Tell you who's come through the room in the last 10 days.
That sounds like a little Q&A is in order. I ask him, well, do tell. How did this all happen? Who has come through this place?
The details of his suffering in his past are hazy at best. But
I mean,
Cletus Dorvit, and then also Daydream. That is it. No one else has been this way besides you. And Kree, and Kree, the Valetarian thief of Rom'Myr, has crept by these doors.
How do they know my name? Okay.
The dead know most things.
I'm going to ask the head what his name is.
It does not know. It cannot recall. It only knows. It can only, besides remembering fragments of its past and images of, and otherwise they only know who has come by in the last 10 days.
How many uses does the candle of mourning have?
It can have many. You light it and conduct the ritual, prayers, and then you can blow it out. It's got to burn for 15 minutes.
Yeah, but it'll last longer than 15 minutes if it burns, so won't it? You can probably get
Hours.
a couple
Out.
of
Oh,
hours out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thick candle. It's like this, except it's
Oh,
black, and it's got really weird symbols on it.
Probably doesn't smell like vanilla like that one.
Yeah.
It smells like the charnel house when it burns.
Might make a note of this room. Might want to come back later on and, release the spirits to their eternal rest at some point. That's just me.
Can you just hang out while I get this chainmail off this dead stiff?
Yes, fine.
You've already got that done. You've got that done in the time that they've been doing that. So
Okay, good. What's going on in
So-
that other room?
Yeah. So what's that? That's around the statue, the circle stones.
no, that's in the room that you guys went into.
Yeah.
The room with the heads does not have a stone circle.
No, I'm asking the room we are.
Yes, okay.
So the statue's like behind these stones.
The statue has its own stone circle that it stands on.
So there might have been another statue there before. Either that or it's somebody want to stand on it and see if they go anywhere.
Yes.
Do with a wizard with detect magic about now, really.
They're gonna assemble the pole from a distance, poke the statue.
It's firm. It stands firm. It's an onyx statue of a guard in full armor. Really firm. So
Oh, okay.
It doesn't do
I thought
nothing.
it was an actual suit of armor. That's why.
Yeah, I almost drifted that way too, Kree, but yeah, I got an onyx statue. It'd probably be worth a lot of money if it wasn't so goddamn heavy.
Do you wanna look around? I keep an eye on the statue.
Yeah, poke around the footlockers and stuff.
Can we read those
No.
runes?
Guess we could drag Anselex down here when he's done sniffing the air or whatever he's doing.
Are we going to check out the lockers and stuff? Or are we going to leave them alone, Lumen?
Yeah, Varadil just did, and there's nothing of value.
I thought we were just poking around a little bit, doing little,
Yeah. Say Detritus, footlockers scattered, Detritus on the floor.
detritus.
Detritus, yep.
Can I say, who's Dietrich? What's he doing?
He's laying on the floor in small little dry bits.
Okay, so I say let's press on. I'm just
Okay,
gonna.
South.
Yep, and when you the second T is that
We're not being surprised, but we're being very careful.
I understand that you're moving forward, being careful, and you hear in the area where the arches are, and outside of your light, the range of your light, you hear they're in the hallway, fire, and it's
Fire.
a thwack of the thwack of a heavy ballista. And
I mean, if we hear that, if we hear the fire,
Hit the ground.
I
You
rolled to
can
see
keep
if you
the
guys
co-
are surprised.
come on. There's no surprise. If they haven't yelled, there's no surprise.
We're with two slinkers. Those slinkers
But
should
they,
know.
unlike you guys, they don't have a light. And they're firing at you out of your range of light. On top of that,
I mean,
What direction?
not our out of our listening range. I usually don't fight the master on the secret.
I know you. So why now? What's
He, all that credit he has built up right now should pay off, is what he's saying.
I don't remember a credit system. Was that? Did we have a session 0 or something that I missed? Okay, Toth. What's your
I'm
armor
not
class?
taking this surprise thing
18.
anymore.
Whacked right in the
Ouch.
chest by a big heavy ballista, yard and a half long.
It's big enough.
Wooden shaft with a nice pounded steel tip, which gives you 8 points of damage.
Mm.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it does.
That's kind of in you. That's stuck in you, and it sounds like those Terranome creatures. Reload, and you hear a cranking.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot my heavy crossbow.
Okay,
Where's that? Has that just come from straight in front of me?
they were near where the arches are, where
So-
the arches intersection.
Oh, right. So we haven't got there yet.
Like you didn't get
So-
far down the hall before they shot at you.
So
Ran
now
over-
might be a good time to
where are
duck
they?
into the corridor to the north. Then
you could do that.
how far away does it feel like they are? We can't even see them, right?
They feel like they're right beyond your light in the archways.
yeah, that's kind of why I'm saying if we just quickly pop into that north corridor, we're out of. If we wanted to do it that way around.
What I wouldn't do for a light right now. I just want to charge those fuckers and cut them all up. But I'm with you. Let's duck out.
I'm shooting my crossbow, my heavy crossbow,
Yes,
towards
yes.
the sound where it hit Toth. So I'm gonna take a knee. No,
Nope.
that's a miss, I guess.
Okay. You take your shot. Sort of
It was
nice.
more like suppressing fire than anything.
Exactly.
Gabriel, if you want to rush down with your light man, I'll bum rush these fuckers.
How many rounds should it take them to reload a bloody ballista?
You don't know, but they're cranking
No,
on
we
it right
don't.
now. That's what they're doing for their actions right now. They're cranked it and you hear a click.
Anyone else sporting a light? No?
I can't really. I've got a torch in one hand. If I have a torch in one hand, I lose my shield.
So it's 20 feet to the next one.
The average creature of the night, they have infravision or dark
So
vision
the-
60 feet.
60 feet.
There-
Yeah.
Their action was reloading. That's
Yep.
where. That's what.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's who's up? It's Toss action now. Toth and Cree. Toth and Cree.
Okay, Chris gonna run forward, and before ducking into the next corridor, he's gonna leave the lamp or throw the lamp, so there's light where they are. Like throw the lamp and
Yep.
duck into the corridor to the left.
Roll a save against Dragon Breath just to see if the lamp is broken or.
Okay, save versus. Oh, that's a 16. Yeah, I got a 14 for Dragon Breath.
The lantern doesn't break, so it'll be reusable if you ever get it back. So you can see a group
Pero esto es un
of
buzo de
Terranomes
manga larga.
working around a contrived ballista, sighting it like, "Whoa, whoa! None of them! One of them just ran by. Come on, load the
Okay,
shard! Load the shard!"
I would like to take my robe off and hang it on the end of my poleaxe. And what I want to do is I want to run down with this thing And I just want to sort of wave this thing in front of me as a distraction as I bum rush those fuckers now that I can see them. How many are there?
You can see 3.
I want to try to get past it so that they can't just like shoot me with it at point blank.
Yeah,
but
you would be too close to be shot.
that's my play.
I'm just looking up charging, but that's talking about using a bloody spear or a lance, which is not quite what I was thinking of. Yeah, plus 2 attack, minus 2 armor class for the remainder of the round.
Yeah.
And I get double damage if it hits. Okay, fine. Yeah, I should be able to reach them this round for a charge.
Push Lumen into him with you.
That's fine. He'll live.
I suspect he might.
Well, that'll be a 19 with my 21 with my plus 2 for charging, plus 2 for strength.
And roll your damage.
That's 8 in total then. And then longsword. So they've also got a d6 round of vertigo to go as well.
It's not going to matter because you push it right through his throat. His arms are going limp.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my glove of removal, and then I put a dagger in my teeth, and I kind of get down on all fours on like one side of the corridor, and I like start running, like scrambling, with the intent of kind of getting down low and to the side with hopes of avoiding if the shot goes off, and then eventually I'm gonna just run and either get to them and like jump over them or go past to get behind them is the intent.
Toth, you'll have to pull your sword out of the dead one's throat. So you neatly remove your longsword, the sword of autumn.
And hit the next one then. Will be 18, so that's another hit.
Roll damage.
6.
Okay, and then another one stuck in the throat. So 2 in rapid succession. Toom, toom. So there's only the one manning the trigger of the ballista. That was toss action. Kree.
I'm at the intersection. He's gonna get out of there, throw a dagger at one of the ones manning the ballista. Nice. 21.
Roll damage.
2 damage.
Shrugs it off. Terranome shrugs it off. Doesn't he? He's like, "Arr! I'll get you."
So running last round.
Yeah, you're there. You can make a
okay.
surprise attack on this guy.
Yeah, natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
That's 3 in the throat, guys. 3 Terranomes. Choom, choom. And Lumen, who ran first. Lumen, there's no one left to kill.
I don't know how Tough gets to do 2 attacks while I was first out of the gate, man. How does that even work?
It's because you're just waving. I was going to say they're not bulls, they're Terranomes.
Why specifically is because he declared that he was charging and using the charge maneuver out of the book.
Oh, I didn't know you could charge.
But that's where it came from, and so that is open to you as well. But yeah, we didn't because we didn't think of it.
I'm just going to adopt sort of a quiet pose of prayer. Pretend that like I just didn't get fucking stumped by my entire party.
Yeah, it was fast. It was like a ballet of blades.
How heavy is this thing? Is it on wheels or is it like a stand? What is this thing?
Yeah, it's got 2 small wooden wheels and then like a kickstand in the back. It about 80 pounds. The wooden wheels on it make it that it would be shitty outside.
I'm just going to attack it, like attack it out of rage and anger, and just try to like disable it.
No,
dude, you accidentally released the ballista. What's your armor class, Kree?
It's 15. If toss is around.
Yeah, no. I rolled a 5. You're lucky. It's got the safety on. I said, "Are you sure?" And it popped off and went off the ceiling, came and hit the wall right next to my. It was a long time ago. But that's what. Yeah.
We searched the gnomes.
Veridel, what did you toss those 2 Terranomes a few days about a week ago?
I think there were 2 of them, and I gave them each a 100 GP gem.
Just recovered them. Creatives just come up with them.
Nice.
It's bad. I mean, those 2 seemed like good guys back then. We made a deal. They honored it. They went away. Then again, they tried to shoot. So
they're good troopers. That was in the past.
Can we tell anything from the any like tracks in the dust or anything like that to see where the Terranomes have come from?
Yeah, they come from the east.
Oh, I just remember I got peppers. But the peppers come with.
No.
He's following now, right?
Nope.
No?
Peppers remained in Le Frenier.
Oh, he remained Lafreniere. Okay, I thought he was following me
He
around. No.
followed you. He did into the house. You lost track of him during all the excitement.
Okay.
He's being well cared for. Everyone loves Peppers.
Who's Peppers?
Dog.
Oh.
Swit's old war dog.
Oh, Peppers. Right. Okay.
Son of Peppers. But yeah.
Didn't remember that was his name. All right. What do I want to do? Go east and check it out over there, or
We were going to look at this door to the
Yeah.
south,
Let's check that door to the south.
down through the arch.
It's stuck. I don't hear anything behind it.
is it just that one door?
No, go down another 10 feet, and then there's a door at the end on the south.
Should we just check the door and then go south and see what's through there?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just give it a shoulder, Mr. Two Attacks and Around?
You give it a good shove, Toth, and it's a 20 room. Creamy stalactites drip from the ceiling, and a thick white shell covers ruined tapestries on the walls. Investigate further.
Yeah, I'll let Lumen go first because don't want to deprive him of any more attacks.
No, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm not bitter about it or anything. It's good.
Why don't you charge in and then see if that makes any difference to Sam?
There's 20 wax mummies sitting in the lotus position.
Yeah, I'm not going in there.
Wax mummies?
20 of them in a lotus position. You see one of them starting to quiver and crack.
What do you say we shut the door?
They're
Let's
full-
shut-
Yeah.
They're not full size. They're not like full size humans. They're more like child size. But there is 20 of them.
Oil it up. They're wax, right?
Yeah.
And they're mummies. So,
I actually don't have any oil.
yeah, have I still got some oil left?
We got a couple.
I know we stocked up, didn't we?
So the mummies, they are from the drippings of the stalactites.
Yes.
They're under the stalagmites? Stalactites?
Stalactites of wax.
And then-
Creamy stalactites drip, which gives a thick white shell covering ruined tapestries. And the furniture, and then appears formed out of it is those small childlike mummies.
One of which is cracking.
I'm stepping out of the room, by the way.
I thought everyone was, and I thought
Yeah.
what I heard was you guys stepped out, closed the door, and you're discussing what you want to do, whether you want to burn the shit down or not.
That's kind of where we are. Yeah, I vote for burning.
Burn, baby, burn. I'm with you.
So just
I mean,
creak the door open, put the lit torch in, and just go woof, and just step back out again.
It's going to take oil.
I'm going to have a couple foil, and I probably need one for the lantern.
You'll
I
have
don't
to
think that's enough.
You'll have to sacrifice an oil to light it up.
I suppose option 2 is we go in swinging and just start hitting wax mummies, or we just shut the door and walk off down south and see what's down there instead.
To the south is maintained. It is a door that is used, unlike the one that.
Locked or?
Yes, it is. Actually, it should be locked, but when you touch it, it opens easy. It is unlocked. Or it's like if someone had forgotten to secure the door. Like, let's put it like the handle is like locked, but you were able to push it open type of thing. It hadn't been shut properly.
Did we find any keys or anything on the Terran urns? Shall we?
Okay. Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Stairs descend 20 feet. The passage goes 20 more feet, and then there's a door on the east wall, and just past that you can see stairs descend another 10 feet, and then it's darkness.
I was going to say east wall for the door.
Oh, yeah.
You hear nothing behind it. No, you hear some chains rattle every once, faintly.
Shall we check the room or?
Yeah, let's give it a little look if we can.
Door protocol. Listen.
You hear the clinking of chains, but lightly, as if they were suspended and just clinking against each other.
It's a nice sound. All right, let's just open the door. Let's just give it a little creak. Look in there.
It is a place of torture.
Nice.
There's a great covered furnace in the center of the room. This room is 20 feet east to west, 40 feet north to south.
And what's making the clinking? You say there's a furnace in the middle of the room?
Yep, a great covered furnace in the center of the room. Leaning against it are pokers, hooks, brands. The clinking is coming from chains hanging off in several gibbets from the ceiling, some which are still occupied by moldering skeletons.
The furnace is lit.
No, it's cold.
Okay.
And the chains are rattling against a rack. Metal pieces of the rack. When I mean a rack, it's the breaking wheel.
Let's see if there's something underneath there.
Actually, there's a scrapbook.
I was doing arts and crafts in the torture room.
Yeah, it contains pressed and dehydrated faces.
Oh,
Nice.
Like butterflies, you put them in.
gross.
Yeah, leaves. I think we did in school with leaves,
Mhm.
with that wax paper.
Is there anyone I recognize?
What's your intelligence? Just the raw
Seven.
intelligence.
17.
If you get a 17 or less, we'll fish out someone you know.
Oh, 97.
Never seen these people in your life. I don't know. As you're flipping through like it's baseball cards. So there's that. What other loose things? 3 poles on the rack.
Kind of pole, like just wooden pole.
Yeah, they look like there would be quarterstaffs. They do have little spiky ends on each side. I mean, each end is capped with an iron knob of spiky stuff. Looks like it's been soaked in the blood and sweat of 1,000 tortured souls.
I'm gonna give it a just sort of pick it up with the special hand. How does it feel in my hand?
Feels as if you could control the amount of damage it would deliver when you hit.
Jesus, I don't know what that means. But it has this. It feels good. I feel like I like it.
No. It's filled with the agony of tortured thousands. That is clearly the hand actually kind of likes it. It feels good in its hand because of its nature.
I offer it over to Veridel. Says this seems like more your style. You want to check it out?
What is it exactly?
It's basically a quarterstaff. Otherwise, it's oak and it's soaked in the blood and sweat of the tortured thousands.
Well, it looks a little big for my use.
Yeah, I don't really think it's quite your thing. It does sound like a torture implement.
All right, let's keep moving. Let's see what's happening. This place doesn't make me feel good.
It might not be making you feel good. It's making your hand feel good, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to be alone with it at night. Just let me say that.
Do you want to? Are you taking the quarterstaff with you or not?
No.
Because there's 3 of them. There's not just one. There's 3 of them. Okay. They're not buying it. The stairs go down 10 feet. The passageway continues straight as far as your light will allow, and 20 feet past the stairs, there's a door on the west wall.
And then it just keeps going?
Yeah, as far as you can see.
Wow. How come we didn't check this place out? Where were we going last time we were in this joint?
Probably running from something.
We were out of our depth.
How did we actually get upstairs from here the last time round? Can you remember?
Vibrating altar.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah. There were stairs out of that room going to the second.
All right. You want to give this thing a listen?
It's an argument. Light, high-pitched voices. Many of them.
Terror gnome-like voices?
No.
No?
Wow. It's just like a crazy random shit emporium.
What are they arguing about?
You'd have to open the door. They're not very loud. They're boisterous, but they're not loud, like as if small people were shouting.
All right, I'll open the door. I mean, what are you guys shouting about?
Appears to be a bunk room. It is a bunk room, old and ratty, in the throes of a civil war. Rats and mice have each claimed several of the bunks, and they're all standing on top of them and hurling things and insults back and forth. And the room reeks strongly of rat piss and mouse shit.
They're big rats arguing?
And mice, with the mice. You can understand them. They're like, get out of here! These are our bunks! No, we were here first! And they're throwing, like, whatever objects they can that might be dangerous to a mouse that could pick it up and throw it, I guess. But Lumen, roll against breath weapon at a -2.
Breath weapon? Like dragon breath or something?
Yeah.
So that means I have a 15. That means I need a 17?
Yes, 17 or better. Happens all the time.
Fuck, man. 6. Yeah.
That's quite low. That doesn't even get near it. You're blinded and finding it hard to breathe and retching by the reek that blasted you in the face. Like, this door hasn't been opened in a while.
Well, I would just, I got my hand on that handle. I'll just, sort of step back and close this fucking door, man. We're going to close this door.
You don't want to take the rat and mice treasure that is certainly in this room?
Well, I was going to talk to him, but now I don't really feel like it.
You don't want to offer to be a negotiator, to be the arbiter of their argument?
No, I think it sounds like you're being sarcastic, Veridel.
Huh. How about
And,
that?
and amidst this discussion, you hear, "Leave none alive!" And it sounds like as viciously as mice and rats can tear at each other, battle is joined.
Okay, well, when I recover myself, say, move on.
Yeah, I think we should probably just move on and leave them to it.
Okay. Past these wonderful creatures of mischief and folly, it goes 90 feet south before it turns west.
That feels like the wrong direction.
And right as the the corridor turns west, it's a wood door, and has a small opening in the wood, like a rotted out knothole.
So it was on the corner on the north side. Passage keep moving?
Yes, the passage goes 10, 20, 30, 40 feet,
Okay.
and the corridor appears to proceed unobstructed beyond.
All right, so you can see through this door into.
Yeah, it has a hole in it. Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't see through it because I don't have a light or anything, but maybe someone who has a light could look through. Does it smell like rat piss?
There is no light on the other side. I mean, if you shine a light, can you see? I mean,
Yeah.
you can do both.
But you can't see in far because you see a stone figure when you look through the hole.
Mm-hmm.
The stone figure is holding the door closed, gazing out back at you with a fearful looking face.
You've got a pole arm, haven't you, Lehman?
I do. Yeah, you want to
Poke-
jam it in there? Give it a little.
Yeah.
I
poke
mean,
it
you
in
could
the
try
eye.
to talk to him first if you wanted, but whatever.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's a great Stu comment. Let's do something intelligent first. What do you got?
It's just sitting there like a stone statue.
How far away from the door is it?
It's holding the door.
So it's like a couple inches in, like you look in and you can see it.
So a bit like someone's trying to hold the door shut and then has been turned to stone
Something.
by looking out. Okay, so there's potentially something in here that's going to turn us into freaking stone. So we're just going to get that one out there.
Toss
And then
probably
we
has enough girth to move a statue, right? You can just lean into it.
Yeah, I can give it a go.
It's hard because it's heavy, and you force it open, and in the process, you knock over the statue. The arm and the head break off when it falls over.
What kind of person is it or thing?
Look like a common adventurer such as yourselves.
Of what variety? Of the slinker variety or of the...
Yes, no armor.
How big is this room? Doors, openings, notable features, basilisks, medusae.
Rusted short sword. There's a few arrowheads, 5 of them. There's a
With the,
bag of rusted caltrops.
Would the rusted items do poison damage for tetanus, or
No, I can't track that. I'm not that fine grained. A ruby the size of an apple.
Nice.
Wow, let's pocket that one.
It's worth 650 gold pieces.
Very nice.
And that is it.
Onward, gentlemen, on the crawl of dungeon. So it's got a door to the east and door to the south, right?
Yeah, but the distance between those two is 50 feet. A little, kind of out of reach of your light, but I just wanted to fill the holes.
Let's check that one to the south.
It's burnt and stuck, scorched wood and metal fragments.
That's always a good sign for a door.
It might even break apart on you when you push on it.
Like it's been set on fire, or like it's something or it's just like a blast or burn from the bottom up.
No, it's as if something struck it.
Is this the south door? The wall, one in the south wall?
Yeah. The first thing that comes to mind is like a dragon would breathing on a door and scorching it up and melting parts of it.
Kick it in.
Okay.
Yep.
There's white ash littering the room, along with the blasted remains of 3 people. 2 wear now useless plate armor. The third is nothing but charred scraps.
Southwest corner in a door heading east.
Yes.
How could there be a door heading east in the
Yeah,
south
I'm
corner?
struggling
West,
with that.
sorry, southwest corner heading south.
Okay.
Because magic.
So some charred remains.
White ash all over the floor.
Anything on the bodies? I'm gonna go check them.
Can we figure out where the blast that burned them came from?
Possibly from in here. As in looking at the back of the door is much worse than the front of the...
Yeah, we could really do with somebody with detect magic. That sounds like some sort of rune or glyph might have gone off.
You kick up Toth, what the ash is scintillating and it puffs up like a mold. Save his breath.
Is it scintillating?
Scintillating and also choking. He's choking on it. It starts kicking up real easy when he steps into the room. It just...
He really isn't choking on anything right now. So yeah.
Wow, your precious and beautiful soul that is in perfect harmony with Drak Nithnem. You now carry with you the moldering cloak of Clydassin. The dust that's covering you and choking you turns out to be a gift from him. And what does it do? It does something specific. Magic will be repelled from you. What is actually a mold and not ash coats his shoulders.
Yeah.
No one gets the same juice. No one's going to get the same juice.
I don't think anyone ever gets the same juice Toss does.
So that's it in the room. That western door is locked.
Southern door?
Yeah, the southwest door. Yeah, that one's locked. That's not a stuck door. That's a solidly locked door.
Is there anything on the corpses? Any gems, weapons that are still usable? Anything
No.
at all?
Nope.
Okay, back out and carry on west.
There's the door to the south.
It's locked. I can't really do much with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to unlock it.
I mean, someone's going to come in the room, which means you're going to be making a save versus dragon breath or death.
Well, I thought that was because you went rummaging around and stuff. What's
Yeah. You're the only one that had to roll a save, Toth. Now
Okay, that's fine.
it's an annoyance and a nuisance.
Cover my face.
Bandit
Walk
mask.
to the room
95.
to the south door and try to open it with those locks.
With the keys that you've been packing.
I'm gonna try those first. If none of those work,
They do. One of them works. One of the palace keys work, and it opens the door. The passageway goes 30 feet and then turns south, and at the 20-foot mark, it's an archway.
So they keep going, or does it just go south?
Just go south.
And there's an archway.
Yeah. It goes south for 20 more feet and dead ends, and there's a door on the east wall and a door on the west wall, just to finish off that that corner.
Okay. Doors. Doors of perception.
How does the corridor looks? I mean, it's unused.
Yeah, it's unused. There's regular green moist mold growing on the walls. The floors are rock, but also damp.
Okay, I'm gonna assemble the pole and move forward, like tapping the floor as I go.
You find the floor to be of solid stone, chiseled
Until
out of the rock, as these finished corridors are. They're not stacked stone, it's carved.
Carved. Okay, until I reach the doors.
Yep.
Let's do some listening on those doors. Oh, how they look? They look swollen and stuck, or...
Yeah, they got locks similar to the one that you opened the door to get here with.
with the keys? I'm gonna try the keys on those doors. See if I got lucky again.
None of them work on the east door. One of them works on the west door. And it can open easily with a click. Now that it's unlocked, you could open it easily.
Okay, let's kind of open an inch. See what's in there.
It's an empty room with metal keys of all sizes and shapes stuck on the ceiling.
Keys stuck to the ceiling. Just keys? They are not hanging. They are flat on the ceiling.
Yes.
Probably best not take that keychain you've got in there.
No. Let's see.
Wow. How high is the ceiling? Could I reach it with my pole axe?
15 feet, so barely. No, you're going to be a little short. That room extends all the way up to the passageway going east and west, and then there's a door in the northwest corner that connects to that corridor.
I think the door for the room with the burnt corpses in should probably be on the west wall rather than the south.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good enough for that room. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, these are not to scale.
These are not to scale, but so you can see that it loops, so you could loop around back. Unless that door is magic, you can safely assume it opens up into the hall.
I mean, I'm like 6 foot. I can reach about my head about 8 feet. My pole axe is like, 7 feet. Just sort of jump up and see if I can just sort of flick one of these keys off the ceiling.
Nope.
To my better judgment.
Does not move at all.
Do I hit one?
Yeah, you can eventually start knocking one around. You got to jump up 4 or 5 times, and they don't move at all. Whacking them,
Right.
hitting them, poking them.
I firmly grab the ring of keys I have, and
Nothing happens.
nothing happens. I thought it might go up.
No.
Yeah.
This room is also carved on the rock.
Yep. So that would make it part of the original palace when it was constructed. These natural caverns are unfinished portions of the lower level.
So what do we want to do then? Do we want to go through here? Because that should technically get us to the other side of that door in the other corridor, shouldn't it?
Exactly.
I walk into the room
Toth
and
sussed that very well.
kind of say, I need the key to the next room.
Nothing responds. It does not trigger an action.
Do we just want to try to pick the other lock?
I do. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Gonna try that one.
Okay, who is going to roll the pick lock skill, and what is your pick lock skill?
I got 69.
You win.
6 and 8. 68.
Wow.
It does not unlock.
And sorry, and this was the east door back in the other corridor, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. That should have done it. You should have been able to get it open, but it does not unlock.
Why don't you try one of the keys?
He did.
From your
Oh,
key
I already did.
Yeah, none of them.
Oh, right, okay.
One
Are they-
open the other one, but not this.
Yep.
Keys in the ceiling on the other room, are they in some sort of pattern? And the extension of that is, does it look like there's any that are like missing from the way that they're attached?
No, there's no pattern, and the ceiling is covered. It's hard to distinguish. Like, if you were looking for a specific one, it would be difficult. But as you gaze over the ceiling, you can see that they're different shapes and sizes.
Lumen's going to knock on the door.
Okay, nothing happens.
God damn it. How about a shoulder? What does a shoulder do to that thing?
Which door?
The one to the east.
Oh yeah, no, it's solid. It's solid. It's a good solid door.
Maybe it's a false door, and there's just
Take a lot of hacking.
maybe there's just wall behind it.
It's a wooden door.
The hand that you have on you, Lumen, presses it against it really hard as if it wants to push through it, like it wasn't there. But it is there, so you can't. But that's the sensation.
So I put the hand on there, and it's got some movement. There's some activity there.
Any of your volition is pushing really hard against the door, and as if it wanted to just reach out, that it wasn't there to go through, but the door is there, so it doesn't. So that's where you feel the resistance, and then it stops, and then your hand is. It's like a magnet, like being drawn like a magnet.
And it won't. The hand won't open the door. Like if I try it with the praetor's hand, it doesn't open.
How long is it going to take to hack through?
I'd give it a good whack with the pole axe. That's got a great edge on it. Some purchase.
You'd be lucky to get it done in under 2 hours.
What about like targeting a spike in the lock?
And it's not so much just of chopping up the wood, but you got the iron that you're going to have to peel off or get something under a crowbar. It doesn't just like come apart in pieces. You just got to mangle it and haul it out, like you're doing demoing something at your house.
What do you guys think? I'm up for it. My hand is like feeling like it wants to be in here.
Yeah, we got 2 hours of random wandering bloody monster checks then as well, haven't we?
I mean, how about targeted destruction of the lock itself, or at least try? Like, I've got some spikes, a hammer. You know, do we just want to try to like pound it into the lock and maybe see if we can destroy that specific mechanism as opposed to take the whole door off?
Could try, yeah. I mean, the problem is we've got no way of knowing if the damn thing's like magically locked or anything because we don't have a wizard with us. So
just know picking it didn't work. I mean, what's the harm? And
Jay, while they are hacking the door, I'm gonna go to the keys room, take off the key that opened the door. We enter, kind of throw it on the floor.
The room or the keys on the ceiling don't react to your actions or an activity. Doesn't seem to generate a result.
Pick up the key and kind of throw it to the ceiling.
It hits, bounces off, and comes back down to the floor. After it makes a sound like ting, and then poing. Rattle, 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 rattle.
Anything happen if we put Praetor's hand in there?
No, Praetor's hand shows no interest.
I just jingled my key ring.
You've already done that. So you're like, I've already done this, and I'm just doing it the second time because I can't believe it won't work.
Toth, if you want to try to smash the lock mechanism with a spike, I've also got another terrible idea if that doesn't work.
I'll give that a go.
You bang in the faceplate enough that comes off, but nothing else.
All right.
The trim piece comes off, and everything else is set in there very well. You may chip some wood away around it, but nothing. Ineffective.
Why don't we go check in to see who won the rodent war and see if we can negotiate one of them to crawl underneath the door and come back and tell us what's there.
Yeah, we could try that.
All right,
we'll craft them a small trophy for winning the battle. Congratulate them.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I must say, I did not expect that. I should have. Who's doing the talking?
I'm willing, unless Lumen, as our charismatic speaker, wants to try to negotiate with them.
I've got a 7 charisma, dude. I lost a charisma point wandering the wasteland.
That may be a benefit when it comes to talking with mice and rats, though. They have different standards of beauty.
I'm going to start wailing on this door, man. I mean, I got the Praetor's hand. It's got some mojo behind it. I got a big axe.
All right, do we want to split up? Someone come with me, and I'll go talk to them.
Okay. So there's, like, the sound of lumberjacks in the wood back by the door.
That's not good.
It's not a siren. It's not a siren.
Someone want to come with me?
But when
can do. Do you want to
step into the hall to go east to where the rat room is, you hear like a female shriek to the west, loud enough to come through that door. It sounds distant, but you just heard that sharp, like, yeah!
From down the 50-foot corridor?
Beyond that door. Yep, that way, in that direction.
What are we going to do? Still do the mice? Or do you want to go look at that?
No, let's get the fellas and tell them to quiet down and let's figure out what's going on.
Lumen, the boys come back, tapping you on the shoulder. Turn off the buzzsaw, okay? The power saw. Could you turn that off? Turn that off, please.
What? I just look at him like impassively. What now?
Did you guys not hear that over the racket?
What's the deal?
So, screaming female voice.
Then you hear another shriek.
That we should approach with caution, given paralyzed guy turned to stone.
I have no use for women. I have no you and your women can prattle on all you wish. And I turn around and I just give the door another big whack.
Lumen,
So
you're gonna stop that.
Did Lumen just lose a hand, or did he lose something else along the way? He's got no interest in women.
Lumen, it's not death to you. Roll save versus death. Whether death ray, I don't know what that is on your character sheet.
All right.
And this is just to see if you fucked up your weapon or not.
What?
Yeah, it's a finely tuned weapon of combat, and you're banging it against the wall like a lot. So just give me a roll to see if it's,
I get what you're talking about. I'm hearing what you're saying. You're saying don't go here. I rolled a 9.
I'm not saying don't go there. The only thing I'm saying is you haven't figured out how to go there yet.
I'm good. I'm quiet down.
Okay, so you rolled a 9?
Yeah.
So that thing's got a -2 to hit. You can
It's
still use
blunt.
it, but the balance is not right anymore, and the blade's a little wanked, like an album that's been left in the sun a little bit.
All right, I'm just going to take my hatchet, chop off the end of the blade, turn it into a quarterstaff. I don't know how a quarterstaff can be -2 to hit.
No,
Okay.
you don't get a minus to hit with that. It just does different damage.
Whatever messed of my mangled blade is back. And actually, I can't even carry it because I don't have anything big enough. So it just stays there in the dungeon.
Okay.
Let's go do some. Let's go talk to some bitch, guys.
Jesus.
Fine.
I'm suddenly thinking maybe he shouldn't be the one to do the talking.
No, it's not true. It's exactly true.
He's being fussy right now.
Do we want to position people at both doors?
We could do, couldn't we? Yeah. Somebody go through from this. Where are we? From there, through the key room to that other door at the top there, and then so the rest of us go through burn room and go to the other door from that side.
Yeah.
Both of these doors are locked.
Okay. Let's try the key ring, one of the key ring on the north door of the key room.
It unlocks.
Okay.
You find a key that works.
So that, like on the other side of the door.
There's a passageway going west.
Okay. And to the east we have a locked door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're on the other side of it now, and then the passageway just continues.
Yep, continues west.
I'm gonna try the key ring just to see if
I got a mirror. I'm gonna use the mirror to look to the west.
Just darkness. The shrieks sound like they're a ways away, but it sounds like women fighting.
In the mud?
Hard to tell. Can't pick that up. You just hear these shrieks of anger and pain, outrage.
Cat fight.
Off and on.
That's
Okay.
good, man. Let's go check this out.
Do any of the keys work on the other door in the corridor?
Yes.
Right.
What is it? It was 1, 2, 3, 4 separate keys.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the extent of the keys you have that you found in the palace, as far as
Okay.
working on something. And if you had something else that worked somewhere else in the past, of course, that is still in effect.
Yeah, I have my notes. It says it's a ring with 6 keys. I don't know if I have used them.
We've used 4 or 5. It's
yeah.
something like that. We'll call it 5, and you got one more key that hasn't been tried. One more key
Okay.
that hasn't been tried.
That's fine.
And it does not work on the door that Lumen has been wailing on.
Leave this door in the corridor kind of open, with open wide. With if anyone has something to keep it open, just in case we have to
Leave
run
in a hurry.
away. Yeah.
But we don't call it running away. It's a tactical withdrawal. Are we? We're going to head down the corridor then.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
It goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, and it's no longer finished. It's natural cavern. The cavern runs north to south, and it narrows like 10 feet. Well, I guess that's not a narrowing. It's the narrowest natural cavern you've seen. The others have been pretty wide, the natural areas you've been in. This is only 10 feet wide at the most. The southern cavern goes as far as you can see with where it dog legs to the east, gradually. The shrieking is coming from the north, but it's not coming from the open cavern that you can see from that intersection.
So it keeps going to the north and then opens up to the east.
Goes to the north, along it, instead of a door, it's just a natural cave opening. So it's small. It's just natural, not with a fitted door. So right.
Okay.
So right.
Well, you guys wanted to go talk to this woman, so
well, we all know it could be.
It sounds like more than one.
If I just move away and go to the north while leaving the light source further south, do I catch any glow of a light source in the northern cavern complex?
No. It's
Okay.
dark and dank.
Let's check that side passage first.
and then it opens up to the east.
I guess kind of like a Y or an L. 15 feet wide, 15 to 20 feet wide.
And I hear the lamentations of the women.
Yes, you do. Yep. Soft orange light, like torch light from far away. Catch a little glimpse or flickers off the rock wall.
I've still got my glove on. Do you want me to just kind of sneak up there and see what I see?
I'm with that.
Veridel, what you see is there's four. No, one of them's on the ground with its chest torn open. So there's three naked women with long black hair and long nails, and they're shrieking, yelling, and trying to grapple with this lovely looking lass. She's very lithe, and she appears to display a much greater strength than you would expect in such a fair lady. As like right now, she's like reaching back, and she's got her hands in the mouth of one of the which you can clearly see is a vampire, her teeth, and pulling her head back until she snaps the neck and it flops and she throws it over. She's going, "You bitches! You stay away from me, it's mine!" And she's like a whirlwind, a violent elemental force. Beautiful.
So she's fine then. We can just leave her on her own for now.
And she's got the little wings, and she's got wings on her back, and they're fluttering fiercely as she's like, straining. The harder she strained before she broke the other woman's neck, they were fluttering fast.
Yeah, so I head back. Now, I didn't recognize the woman, right? The one that was fighting them is not the same one that was up top and fought the witches the first time?
It is not. And she has golden hair.
I see.
And smells of the forest.
What kind of room was that?
It's a natural cavern. Looks like the shape of a kidney. They were also fighting. There was looked like knee-deep water flooding most of it, except for at the back of it. There's a raised area with a statue. It's like a platform. It's actually a fountain in the shape of a dragon.
So I come back, whisper what I saw. I'm not sure what we would have to gain by interacting.
And you can hear some, the shrieking and yelling still going on at this point.
Were there any exits from this room?
None that he saw.
Check out the rest of the cavern and just leave them to it.
Do you want to stay there or just to see how it goes?
I would recommend that we check out that eastern branch, and if there's no other way out of this thing, whatever's in there might have to come out. We might learn something if we hide out in that other cavern, or we just beat it and run like hell, like every other adventure we've had. So
it sounds like someone just got thrown against the rock wall. Whack of someone like getting whacked against the rock.
I'm okay hanging out, like maybe right at the intersection, if you guys want to check out the eastern quarter.
Yeah, I'm recommending that head up there a little bit.
Yeah.
You boys up to doing the whole search? Just cruising down here, edging in?
Yeah, we might as well get this area checked over thoroughly before we get jumped on from behind from somewhere else.
Okay.
Veridel, after 10 minutes, what do you do? Still sit and wait?
Does the is the battle still going? Is there still noise? What am I hearing?
It's coming to a conclusion.
I will
And
very
you,
quietly sneak up to try to catch
Boris
a
will
quick
never
visual.
touch him again. He is in this mine, yep. And it looks like the strikingly gorgeous lady of the blonde hair with the little wings, and she's actually floating above the ground now, has wiped out the four naked vampire women.
And I'll just
She's
quietly
dusting off her hands. Just like
crawl backwards.
She says that's taken care of. And she goes down the passageway past you.
Ooh.
Flying.
Which direction does she take down at the fork?
She goes east.
You mean towards us?
Yep, straight at you guys.
We were up over here. We were about to head out into that little tiny one. So
Yep.
just to give you an idea.
Oh, this isn't good. I'm just going to think out loud for a second. So either I could make a signal, but it might alert her, but then it alerts you, and if you came running back, you'll just run into her. Cool. I guess I'll follow from a distance. Let's all go east.
And you're going down it? You guys are going down it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go first. I'm carrying the lantern, I guess.
She goes up the stairs, Veridel, to end that trail.
And the timing would be such that I didn't have an indication where the group went, right?
That is true.
Okay, I think I would still lurk from a distance. Does she herself emit light? I guess we need to get realistic about what am I doing here. Okay.
Yeah. She was giving off a fierce orange light, but now it's gone to a quivering yellow green.
Okay. I think I would still follow from a distance, and maybe make choices if she starts going down, like if there's doors involved or a different corridor, or I see anything else that's not just her moving.
Okay, she goes up the stairs to the landing and continues going up the stairs because the stairs turn to the east and go up,
Yeah.
and you can't see her now, but you can see her light, and then eventually it winks out.
So I'm gonna sit here in the darkness for a bit and listen, and see if I hear anything or any sign of where people went. Otherwise, I'll probably make my way back to the intersection with a candle.
It's up the cavern, but there's so many stalactite and stalagmites that join that it makes like a crooked maze that would be difficult to explain. So it opens up into a kidney-shaped room with a myriad of stalactite and stalagmites choking it, so it's tight walking around through it. There's no straight line. You have to twist this way, twist that way to get towards the back or to explore it thoroughly, where in the back there is there's a stone statue of a beautiful woman, and there is a pit in front of the statue.
Well, it's just an open pit.
Yeah, not very wide, not very big, but you can't see the bottom of it. It's more open around there. You have room to maneuver around the statue in the pit, but everything else in this cavern is tight quarters. Also, all of a sudden, to your right, to the east, you see a stone coffin.
I'm doing detect evil about now.
Faint sense of evil.
Is that going to be from the coffin, or?
Yeah. But faint, not strong.
The statue, it's just kind of
The statue's
standing. It's in any.
It's kind of like in a pose where it's like reaching out, and it has wings on its back. Heels are kicked up. Exquisitely carved.
I gonna show the light to where she might be reaching to.
Just the ceiling. Nothing unusual up there.
What about the pit? Show the light down the pit.
Corpses, mouldering corpses that appear to be drained of blood.
Okay. Does anybody want to get like a mallet and a stake at the ready, and we'll go and see what's in the coffin?
I have a wooden bolts.
I've got a quarterstaff, and I can just sharpen the tip, man. But that old horse shit, I don't think that's true. I think that's old wives' tales about vampires. I've seen the new movies out, and they are not like that.
That's good. Yeah, that's good information, Veridel. The woman with wings, she killed the vampires by either ripping the heart out of their chest or breaking their neck and then pulling their head off.
Great.
Hey, Twilight is alive and well.
And so sometimes to get to that far, she's got to pull off an arm or a leg to fucking settle him down so she can finish him off.
By the way, at this point in game time, I assume I'll just maybe take a candle and kind of have my hand around it, and I'll gradually make my way back to the intersection that I was supposed to wait for the group.
Okay.
And then once I get there, I'll snuff the candle out.
So does Stoth want to open?
You're gonna open up the coffin, the stone coffin. It's square. Heavy looking, and it's got a stone lid, a fitted stone lid. Yeah, so you would have to.
Well, let's pry it up. Are you down with that, Mr. Paladin?
Yep, down with that.
It's a empty stone coffin layered with dirt. There's a few trinkets in there: a bracelet, a ring, a jeweled box.
I'm going to reach down and touch the ring. Pick the ring up.
It's not the ring that your god is seeking.
God damn it.
It's a gold ring worth 400 gold pieces.
Oh, it's the one that I was seeking.
Yeah.
I'll throw it over to the splinter.
Yeah. The diamond bracelet, not as valuable, 100 gold pieces. And the jeweled box is worth 200 gold pieces. And it definitely has something inside of it.
Should we open the box?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
You winch Toth, and nothing happens when you open the lid, and there's 5 gems, 50 gold pieces apiece.
Nice. So we've just looted a potentially vampire's coffin. Have you got any holy water or anything on you, Lumen?
No, but I will take the hand and I will firmly press it into the bed of this thing, reaching out to see if there's any feeling from it, but I'm also just letting the Praetor's hand just do what it does.
What it does is make that not sacred earth that the vampire can rest on.
Oh.
It's not a restorative, safe place for him anymore. That you have corrupted it fully to another dark area, place, but it is not sustainable for the vampire.
I'm just gonna speak to my God and thank, him for the great and gloriousness of everything in a calm repose for a moment.
If a vampire lays there, probably an earthen hand would come and crush it.
I'll write that down. That's
Basically just desecrated a vampire's tomb. That's pretty cool.
I did. The hand made me do it. I think someone's going to be pissed. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
There's nothing else here. Where do you go next?
We should probably go see. We didn't explore one of the passages, I think.
We're gonna go back to the intersection, gonna whisper down the tunnel, like, Maridel.
I'll come around.
Maybe you won't.
Right.
You folks would have stopped short before you got to where you would expect to find Veridel, because you hear this grinding of glass, sharp, mad, and jangling, coming from the way you guys all came. And Veridel, you can hear it too.
All right.
Before whatever is making this jangling and cranking glass grinding sound, you have an opportunity to either move towards the party where you can see their light, or stay where you are.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely peek around the corner, assuming I heard a noise, and then if I saw the party,
But the noise is coming from the way you came, so it's back the way you came, like back.
Oh, the other way.
Yeah.
sorry, like all the way to the original part of the cavern. You mean?
Like you guys came from the south and followed
Around
this
the dog
cavern
leg.
and around the dog leg and into here. It's coming from behind you from that direction.
Theoretically, I would come down to the intersection, and I would also see the light coming back from the other corridor.
That is correct. Yep.
Okay.
You can clearly hear the jangling glass, and you can see the light from the party as they're coming.
What am I going to do? I'm going to go up against the wall. So go up just north of the intersection, and I'm going to put my back against the wall on the western side. So basically, maybe not knowing what's coming, I'm assuming the party's coming, but it might be advantageous for me to just stay there invisible on that side of the wall.
You guys are coming into that intersection to look for Veridel, and you can hear this this glass jangling sound, and it comes into your view. It's a humanoid form made out of sharp, mad, jangling glass coming towards you guys with the light, but as soon as it steps into the area where it would be able to get a visual on you, Veridel, it quickly turns, and it's using the light from the torch and all the way it can reflect light. You know, he's kind of bathing you with it, and it's running at you now. So we all have to roll initiative.
It's running at who?
Veridel.
How can I even see him? Doesn't he have that magic fencing on?
Yep. But it used a reflective light, and it kind of sensed him almost immediately when it was in that area. Oh, nice, Veridel. Nice. Toth.
I think we're going to have to start running up the thing and try and hit it. Usual. Is it within charging distance?
30 feet? Is 30 feet in charging distance?
Probably is.
It sounds it. You can probably move 30 feet in a turn. A combat round.
Mm-hmm.
Being armored and such.
It's got to move. Yeah, got to move at least 10 feet. And can move up to double normal movement rate, so 40 feet.
Okay, 40 feet, so you can reach it.
Alright, cool. 20 in total.
You hit it.
So that's 14 in total. Plus, I won't mind rolling the d6 for the vertigo, because it's the autumn sword.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. I don't think it's going to be affected, but
That's fine.
You smashed half of it. There's half of it standing there now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the north where the water is. And where was the torch mounted in that cavern?
It wasn't a torch. It was coming off in the winning woman with the wings. What you
Oh.
first thought was torchlight ends up being her.
Kind of radiance.
Yeah.
Wait, she's back?
No, but I'm just saying that's where
Oh,
the
I
light
see.
came
So,
from. That what you
got
perceived
it.
as torchlight was her.
So the torchlight that was reflecting off the glass creature was the party's.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just going to move north into the shadows out of the light range towards that cavern.
Okay. Toth, you're being attacked. What's your armor
Okay.
class again? Sorry.
It is 18.
Misses. Attacked. Ooh, that's a big miss. It's got more than
Whoa,
one attack.
hold on a second. Well, I didn't even move, man. I'm not even anywhere near the combat.
Yeah, I think it's only really me and Varadel in this particular one, because Kree and Lumen are still...
It's shooting out shards of glass.
Okay.
Oh,
And it's shooting it at Toth and you guys.
okay.
It would have also be shooting at Varadel, but half of it has been destroyed, so it could only shoot in one direction instead of two. Lumen, you're the last one I rolled. I got a 17. So the glass shards.
Okay, cool.
No increase in your armor class because you guys are not next to Toth. You're out of his radiance. The shard thing is done, so that leaves Kree and Lumen.
I'm just going to kneel and just start praying.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if I hit or engage in melee, 'cause I never hit anything and I always get attacked. So I'm just going to pray for everyone's well-being.
Kree,
I'm gonna shoot my crossbow.
and you can feel Praetor's hand on your shoulder as Lumen helps to try to steady your aim with the juice of his god.
18 total.
You nail it. Pang! Roll damage.
That 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. It's starting to drop pieces off of itself. Roll initiative. I gotta remember creatures can have initiative bonuses too. I need someone to catch up with Toth.
Yeah. He's doing all right.
Yeah,
How-
but I am not. I haven't been giving. I don't think I've given any of the monsters initiative bonuses. So no. I know there's a couple I've have. Probably big bad guys. I probably did that to Dorvit. Toth,
Me then. Right, okay.
can you take
So
it down before it
Please.
strikes again?
that's a 15 this time.
It's
My
ref-
armor class.
Yes, it's reflective.
Okay.
It defends at your armor class.
My
'Cause of
AC
its
is 18, so
reflective qualities.
that'll be a no then.
So you
Oh,
miss.
God.
Kree?
Yeah.
Varadel, it's your action.
Vertical one.
Toth, for your pains and troubles. 13 again. Nothing. Varadel,
So-
Kree, and Loom.
I don't know what I can really do here. I'm going to still lurk in the shadows, but I'm going to fasten my grappling hook to a rope this round.
I'm gonna.
I'm not just praying. That's diminutive. That lessens my whole contribution to the party, Jay.
You're right. Not giving it its proper shine. I agree.
I'm gonna reload my crossbow
Okay.
this round.
Lumen, what would you like to do now? You have an action this turn.
I'm just praying.
Okay. Roll initiative. This thing is still standing. It's still hurling shards of glass erratically. Lumen
Okay.
first. Sorry, Lumen. Lumen, you get to
Yep, Lumen.
choose your path this turn before anyone else.
Go smash the thing.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm going to stand up, throw my axe at it. I got a 15.
And your armor class is 15.
My armor class is 15.
You hit it. Roll damage. Add any strength bonus to the damage if you have one. I don't think you do.
7.
That does it. It falls apart into a million glass little pieces.
I try not to gloat. Calmly walk across the cavern and pick up my axe.
You fucking hit it. You hit it. And you hit it good.
What the hell was that thing? Jesus. I think we should check out that cavern above and just see what that crazy carnage mess looks like. And then go hunt some vampire.
Well, they're not too far away, and as Varadel mentioned or described, they have been killed by either having their head twisted enough to crack the neck and have them looking like backwards, or the head is pulled off, or the heart has been ripped out. They have all also suffered some damage of limbs removed before they were finished off. And it was all done by raking claws.
Is there anything around? Anything of your possession?
There was just a fountain, a dragon fountain.
Yeah, and clearly I'll share what I had observed and where the fairy-ish creature went.
I'd like to at least check out that last corridor and then set the path for where we're going next. So
Yeah, shall we go check that other? What was it? That other corridor? That,
Yep.
Is it a cavern at the end, or did we not look that far? Where were we with that one?
It goes south 30 feet and opens up into a wide cavern, wider than it is deep, and it's a bronze piece. It's a muscular, sinewy beast, like a cat-like, sculpted from bronze. It has more canine features. It stands as if ready to pounce, and it is quite heavy. Oh, and there's a glimmering light coming from the ceiling. But as soon as Toth comes into the room, it winks out.
All right, that's just rude.
The rest of the room is unfinished cave. Unlike the dampness everywhere else, this place is really dry. And now you can see that there's a few withered corpses with rusted room and equipment.
If we tap the statue, is it whole or is it hollow?
It weighs 500 pounds. So if you were able to get it out of here, it would, to a collector, you would have to get it appraised, but it's worth a lot. You would want a second opinion on its value.
So where did this woman go? Was she a vampire, Veridel? Was she why was she floating? What was that whole deal?
Yeah, I don't know. The only phrase I picked up was that she told the vampire things that they cannot have him, whatever that means.
He's not theirs anymore. And she called them whores, harlots, and sluts.
It's always over a man, isn't it?
She's not sex positive. That's unfortunate.
Oh, crap. What was her name? That was that thing that they were... the witches were talking about the Pale Knight having some sort of fairy...
Yeah, Daydream is her name.
Okay, that's who that is then. Right.
Is Dorvitz the Pale Knight?
Yes, that's the big bad vampire. So they might well have been some of his thralls or spawn then, if she's ripped them apart that easily.
Cleaning a little house.
I say let her do it, personally.
She did. It's done.
Any more for any more?
I think it's going to be a little tense in the bedroom tonight. That's what I think.
And so where did she go, Lumen? She went up the stairs.
So what do we want to do? Because we're in that position now where we're either going back down to that door that won't bloody open, or we're going up the stairs.